Welcome to Taiji's Kitchen. Today I'm going to show you how to make Dragon Roll. At the beginning of this channel, I made a video of different kinds of sushi. I hope you check those out as well. But this is a type of sushi that was invented outside of Japan. I think it was invented in California or something. You would probably never find this in Japan. But I knew of it for a while and give it a try, and it was actually very delicious. And it's actually not difficult as it may look. And I'm showing this video step by step how to make this. It's definitely not easy and it's definitely not for beginners, but if you want to try a little bit more steps, I think this is a great recipe to make because it's definitely worth the effort. So I really do hope you give this a try yourself. Then let's get started. Here are the ingredients for making Dragon Roll. As the main ingredients I have here, the shrimps. Try to get the shrimp with the scale. It's much easier without the scale, but the flavor gets lost, I think. Then for the other fillings, I'm going to be using avocado and cucumber. Then for the tempura batter, I have an egg, all-purpose flour, and baking powder. Then for the sushi rice, I have here Japanese short grain sticky rice, and also kombu kelp. If you want to know more in detail on how to make sushi rice, please check this other video. Then for the seasoning, I have salt, sugar, soy sauce, and vinegar. It's better to use rice vinegar, but I didn't have it today, so I'm going to be using apple vinegar instead. Then for the sauce for the sushi, I have here sriracha sauce and mayonnaise. Then to roll the sushi, you need nori seaweed paper. And of course, to fry tempura, you need the frying oil. Then let's get into it. So the very first thing is to rinse the rice. Then we're going to leave it like this for about a minute and let the water drain. So about a minute has passed, the water has been drained. Then here I'm going to put the 1-to-1 ratio of water. So exactly 1 cup. Then I'm going to put this in the kombu kelp. This kombu kelp will give a little bit of aroma to the rice. Then we're going to leave it to the side for at least an hour and let the rice soak in the water. So about 2 hours has passed. The kombu kelp has soaked up the water. Then we're going to cook this. So I'm going to turn the heat to high and bring this to boil. So now this has come to boil. I'm going to turn the heat to low. I'm going to set the timer for 10 minutes. So 10 minutes has passed. I'm going to turn the heat off. I'm going to let it steam like this for another 10 minutes. So as we're waiting for the rice, let's make the vinegar mixture for the sushi. So in a small container, first 1.5 tablespoons of sugar. Then here 2 tablespoons of vinegar. And here 1/2 teaspoon of salt. I'm going to turn the heat to medium and dissolve the sugar and salt. As you can see, the sugar is dissolved, and this is finished. Then that's all for that. I'm going to put it to the side and let it cool down. There's the next thing. I'm going to make the teriyaki sauce. So in Japan, we don't eat sushi with teriyaki sauce, but somehow this is a typical thing for the Dragon Roll, so I'm going to make this. So for that, in a small pot, I'm going to mix in the soy sauce and sugar with 1-to-1 ratio. So here I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of sugar and 2 tablespoons of soy sauce. Then I'm going to turn the heat to medium and bring this to boil. So the sugar is dissolved, but I want to make it a little bit thicker, so I'm going to turn the heat to low. So I'm going to keep heating like this for another 2 minutes or so and let the sauce thicken. So about 2 minutes has passed, then this is a little bit thicker, so then this is finished. Then I'm going to put it to the side and let it cool down, then this is finished. There's the next thing. Let's mix the mayonnaise with the chili sauce. So I'm going to put in about 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise. Then here, depending on how spicy you want it, about 1 to 2 teaspoons of chili sauce. And I'm going to mix it up. So with that, the chili mayonnaise is finished. So next, let's prepare the vegetables. So the avocado, probably just need half of this. Half of them, peel off the skin like this. So just like that. It's better to cut them right before you put them on the sushi, so I'm going to leave it like this for now. Then for the cucumber, I'm going to cut the top and bottom off and then cut in 4th like this. And then I'm going to take out the middle part because it's a little bit watery. You don't want the sushi to be too watery. So I'm going to take the middle part off like this. And then these, I'm just going to try to slice as thin as possible. Just like that. So just like that. So next, prepare the shrimps. So first I'm gonna peel off the skin. So just like that. As the next thing, I'm gonna take out the intestines. So intestines run right here in the backside of the shrimp. So I'm gonna cut very thinly like this on the top part and see if there's any intestines right here. So you wanna take that out. So as the next thing, you can fry it like this, but when you do, the shrimp is gonna curl up like this. And to prevent that, I'm gonna cut the muscles on the bottom side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make small slice like this on the bottom side, 4 to 5 times like this. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push like this and break this muscle so that the shrimp stays straight, just like this. So one more time, I'm gonna make small slits like this. I'm gonna push down on it like this. And then with that, you have a straight shrimp. Now as the last thing, I'm gonna fan out this fin and make a cut right here. And then I'm gonna get rid of a little of the water. Otherwise, if the water is trapped here, it may explode when you're frying on the oil. And also, it's a little sharp on the top, so I'm gonna cut that as well. Same thing for the other ones. Make a cut. I'm gonna get rid of the water right here. Then with that, the shrimp is prepared. As the next thing, let's make the batter for the tempura. So for the batter, we usually make 1 to 1 to 1 ratio of egg to flour to water, but I'm gonna be making only a small portion of tempura. I'm gonna cut everything in half. So I'm gonna only be using half the egg. Then here, I'm gonna put in about half cup of water. I'm gonna mix this. I'm gonna put about half cup of flour. With a tablespoon, it's about 8 tablespoons. And when you do that, make sure you use a colander like this. And this about 4 teaspoons of baking powder. Then I'm gonna mix this up. Just slightly mix like this. You don't wanna form the gluten. So just kinda roughly mix like this is fine. There's the next thing. Let's fry the shrimp. So in a pot, I'm gonna put in the frying oil. I'm gonna turn the heat to medium and bring this to about 180 degrees. So before I put this in the batter, I'm gonna coat it first with the flour so that the batter doesn't peel off. So just like that. So this has reached about 180 degrees. Then to check this, I'm gonna put in a bit of batter. Then it comes out right away like this. Then it's about 180 degrees. Then I'm gonna fry like this for about 2 to 3 minutes. So after frying like this for 2 minutes, when this is finished, I'm gonna take it out. Then these are finished, let's throw in the sushi. So the rice is finished cooking. So I'm gonna take out the kombu kelp. Then I'm gonna mix it up a little bit. And with this, I'm gonna make a sushi rice. And for that, I'm gonna use a wooden sushi bowl like this, called handai. Of course, you don't have to use this. You can use it with a regular bowl or something, but with this bowl will kind of soak in the extra water and won't be so watery. If you want to make a really good sushi rice, I suggest you use these. And then before using this, I'm gonna put in a little bit of water and wet the surface. Otherwise, when this is dry, the rice will stick to the surface. Then dry the surface with a dry towel. Then here, I'm gonna put in the vinegar mixture that I made earlier. Then I'm going to mix this. Try not to smush the rice grain and just kind of try to flip from the bottom and then just mix it with this cutting motion. And preferably you have someone on the side, the fans on the side like this, so that it gets cool at the same time. So then after a couple minutes of mixing, this is finished. Then we're ready to roll the sushi. So the first thing I'm gonna need to make so-called temizu, which is a mixture of water with a little bit of vinegar to it. I need this water to wet the fingers so that when I grab them, the rice doesn't stick to my fingers. So I'm gonna take out the nori sheet. This nori has the top and the bottom. This flat side is the top, this rough side is the bottom. Make sure you put the rice on this side. So then you place it on top of the mat. I'm gonna spread the rice on the nori sheet. Try to get the rice on all corners. This top part I'm gonna leave without the rice, because if I build everything with rice, then it'll be a bit too thick. Then on top of this, I'm gonna put saran wrap over it. And then I'm gonna flip to the side. And make sure this side, the left without the rice, is facing towards you. Now on this, I'm gonna put the shrimp tempura, and then I'm gonna put the cucumbers. So just like this. I think it looks neat if you have like a couple of these cucumbers just sticking out like this. So I'm gonna do that. And then as you can see, this is much thicker than this part. So to compensate for this, I'm gonna put a little bit of rice on this. Otherwise you have very uneven roll. So to roll this, I'm gonna pick up this bamboo mat with a thumb and using these other fingers, tuck these filling in. And then as you roll, you're going to peel off this bamboo mat like this. Then you keep rolling like this, like this. And then once you come to the end, you're going to push it down like this. You actually want to make a square shape, not round. And push it down like this. And one more other direction like this. Then this is done for the rolling. Now on top of this, I'm gonna put the avocado. And for that, I'm gonna try to slice the avocado as thin as possible. So about that much is enough. Then I'm gonna lay it flat like this. Then I'm gonna put this over this roll. Just like that. And then using the saran wrap, wrap this over. Then using the mat again, I'm gonna press it down a little bit. Then just like that, this is finished. Then let's cut this. For this, you definitely want to cut over the saran wrap. So I'm gonna cut first about in half. And once you make the cut, your knife is gonna get sticky. So I'm gonna wipe it off with this wet towel. And then this, I'm gonna each cut into 4 pieces. And the other side as well. Just like that. Let's put this on a plate. So just like that, the plating is finished. I'm gonna top these with the sauce that I made earlier. So first with the chili mayonnaise, I'm just gonna make a dot like this on the top. So just like that. Then this teriyaki sauce, I'm just gonna sprinkle over it. And then on the corner, I'm gonna put some wasabi. Then with that, this is finished. Let's eat. Oh, this looks so delicious. Then let's eat. Itadakimasu. So first, without any sauce, itadakimasu. And now let's eat it with the soy sauce. And a little wasabi to it. And dip in a little soy sauce. Itadakimasu. Oh, the mix of the flavor is really delicious. The salty flavor for shrimp, the crunchy and the freshness of the cucumber, creaminess of the avocado, and chili mayonnaise and this wasabi give it actually a really good kick to it. Delicious. Itadakimasu. Really delicious. And this tail of the shrimp, if you don't want to, you don't have to eat it, but I actually like it because it kind of tastes like a cracker. It's actually very delicious, so I suggest you give it a try as well. As you can hear, it's very crunchy and it also has this flavor of the shrimp. So now I'm gonna use these 2 sauces. I'm gonna eat it only with this teriyaki sauce. You can do that as well. Itadakimasu. The sweet teriyaki sauce is also really good. Or you can also add a little more of this chili mayonnaise. Itadakimasu. This chili mayonnaise is also actually very delicious and goes really well with the sushi. But I think I like with the wasabi and soy sauce better. Oh, that's so delicious. ごちそうさまでした. Oh, that was so totally savory. So as you just saw, making this dragon roll is definitely not the easiest recipe to make. There are a lot more preparation, a lot more steps, and rolling it is a little bit tricky, so you might have to practice a couple times. But once you get the hang of it, each step is not particularly difficult at all. And there are not really special ingredients for it, so I really do hope you give this a try yourself. If you did enjoy this recipe, I'd love it if you could hit the like button for me. And if you have any questions or requests, any feedbacks, please feel free to write anything in the comments below. And I'm always so thankful for any donations to do special thanks. And if you want to see more of these cooking videos, please subscribe. Otherwise, I look forward to see you in the next video. Bye.